Happy New Year, everybody. Hoping that your 2026 New Year is off to a good start so far. Um, very, very cold here. We're off to a very cold start here. We had some really stormy weather last week, so that's cleared up. So I'm really happy about that. Um, Otherwise, things are going well. I don't know, I just kind of do feel like this. I feel like January is going to be one of those months. I just got that vibe. I don't know why. Just like just interesting energy. I just feel some interesting energy, and so it'll be interesting to see, you know, how this new year starts off. Hopefully, though, so far it's going smooth for you. I thought today I would actually get a new deck for Christmas, gifted by myself for myself. So loving the decks. Yeah, this one's new to me. So it's by Kyle Gray. I'll just pull it up here for you. Gateway of Light Activation Oracle, Kyle Gray. And I've been really enjoying it so far, the messages that I'm getting. So I thought we could enjoy this one today. So we'll set an intention that I feel like I want to do this today. Whatever, we collectively, this community needs to hear coming into this new year, that, that will be sent those appropriate messages that are helpful for us. So let's see how it goes. All right. Yeah. So hopefully things have been going well for you. I know I'm losing track of the days. I have a couple weeks of holidays right now. So I was like, what day are we even? January 3rd, I believe. I had to think really hard about that. That's a good sign, right? When you're on holidays and you're not sure of exactly what day it is, that means you're really in holiday mode, which I think is amazing. Take that time to recharge and rejuvenate, right? All right. There we go. Okay. Oh, okay, interesting. So there's a card on top, but there's one just underneath, and I'm really feeling the urge to go with that one. So I'm just going to go with that one. Why not, right? Oh, interesting. Okay, so this one is third eye activation, brow chakra, inner vision, and clear seeing. So I find that one is, I'll show you, it's very beautiful, beautiful card. That's an interesting one coming into this new year, right? Of like, okay, so moving forward, I get this feeling like, okay, so, what's a good path for me moving forward into this new year? And that really connects to that inner vision for me, clear seeing, third eye activation. Very interesting. Okay, so I'm going to actually look up a little bit more detail in the book here, because I really enjoy how deep I find that these go. You know what? I'm going to have to look it up at the front here. All right, there we go. It actually is in alphabetical order. I was just struggling with the alphabet today. We all have those days, right? All right, here we go. Yes, third eye activation. So the third eye or brow chakra, so we're talking kind of right about this region right here, between that little region, just between the eyebrows or just slightly above there, is the energy center found in the middle of the forehead, between the brows. Often represented as an eye, it governs all aspects of our vision, including dreaming, reading between the lines, right? Visualization, and even having psychic insights. This card transports us through a gateway representing our spiritual connections. Seeing with our inner eye is our divine right, and our soul self has never forgotten how to do it. Okay. So I find that's interesting. Just that phrase for me, what kind of comes up is like, I feel like that's something I have to work at, and I have to like develop, and I have all these ideas around this inner sight and this like third eye activation. But when I'm reading that, it kind of reminds me of like, this is like, it's already there. It's already like the main part of who I actually am. So that's a really interesting insight. That's how I'm taking that. That our soul self has never forgotten how to use that inner eye. In fact, we are often using this special talent even when we don't realize it. For example, when we imagine something before it happens. So using our imagination, something that like as a kid we did all the time. And I just felt like as I became an adult, not that it wasn't like, no one said you can't use your imagination, but definitely wasn't encouraged, right? It's more like, what you see here now in front of you, that's all that there is, and that's what there is, and that's that, right? And what's interesting with my background in science and biochemistry, we really know, right? Like what us humans are able to sense, like as far as our, field of vision and sound is such a small fraction of energetically what's available, right? And like lots of other animals even have a lot broader, definitely different ability to take in those energies. So it's really like we know this, like there's so much more happening than what our human senses can detect. So yeah, using the imagination that we're really used to doing as kids is probably a very powerful way to tap into that. That's really a good reminder. Connect. So it says, anoint the space between your brows with your favorite essential oil or moisturizer. Close your eyes and massage this space. Tell your inner vision it's safe for it to be fully activated. So just giving that physical region in a meditative state some attention, some positive attention. I'm getting the idea that could be very powerful and almost like a reminder of that, the power of that energy center. Has here affirm, a little affirmation. You can do this while you're massaging and giving attention to that. I am willing to see. Right. So what am I willing? And that brings up for me anyways. I'm like, what am I willing to see? Maybe I'm willing to see whatever I need to see, whatever that is for me. So I am willing to see. So your message on this card is the gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Know that great potential and healing will be unleashed when this space is activated. So just like anything else in life, giving it some attention and focus could be very powerful. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you are seeing. So I can think back over my life so many times where you have that, how do you call it, the gut feeling or intuition, like this is probably a better way to go versus this. And of course, because of what I wanted to do, I may have overridden that. And like every single time I've so regretted that, right? Like it's like, why didn't I just listen to my gut feel on that? I knew, right? So just trusting that intuition and that feel when you get it. Okay? I don't know if you've ever had those moments. I definitely have. So know that great potential and healing will be unleashed when this space is activated. Okay. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you are seeing. This is a sacred time for the psychic potential that you have had since childhood is awakening from slumber. So I think that's so powerful that we drew this card today, like at the first of the year. It's funny, just like thinking ahead to the upcoming year, knowing the steps that you want to take moving forward, like trusting what comes to you. Like take a minute, take the breath, give that that region of your body, that energy center, some attention, and then I'm willing to see, right? Stating that intention. And then what do you want to see about? What are the things moving into this year that you want some direction on? So it's actually taking some time and some focus. This is a perfect time to do it. And asking those deeper questions for yourself and trusting what you get. Very powerful. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. We've all been there. Now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening, and your inner vision is stronger than you imagine. You have an innate ability to see further than human eyes and are able to identify the energies of what is going on around you with your activated third eye. So we're just talking about how us human beings, we have such a narrow range of actual perception of using our senses, right? We're just like, I think, because that's all we ever sense, we're like, oh, obviously that's all there is, right? But scientifically we know that's not true, right? Like I don't see infrared energy, but yet we know it exists, right? I don't see microwaves, but we know they exist, right? So it's just along those lines. There's probably a lot of energies that we don't sense that like they exist, right? Just because I don't see it with my eyes doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So this gateway is here as a confirmation that what you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment, and that you are being supported as you develop this source given gift. So, an invitation there to work with our third eye, activating and focus in our attention, and posing those questions that are important to us, being open and willing to what comes up inside, right? I really, that connecting inside internally, I think is so powerful. And then trusting what comes up as your answer inside, right? And working with that and developing that moving forward, I think is our invitation here. So I think that could be very, very powerful moving into this new year. Absolutely. I'm going to work with that one for sure. Hopefully this spoke to you, and hopefully you're able to take some of this information moving forward into the rest of, I was going to say, your day, your week, and your year. Right here we are near the beginning of the year. If you enjoyed this, please do drop a comment or a like or a share. I'd really, really appreciate that. Make sure you subscribe. Really would appreciate that too. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Take care.